Nobody can even see this guy running around stealing until we do some of these exercises with our clients. And then they start to become conscious and they can now see this interruption burglar sneaking around, stealing money, stealing profits, wasting everybody's time. Welcome, everybody. We are Jason and Sarah Hull, the owners of DoorGrow, the world's leading and most comprehensive coaching and consulting firm for long-term residential property management entrepreneurs. Today, we're going to be chatting about what?
Interruption.
All right. Specifically, the interruption burglar. Maybe I'm dating myself a little bit, but I don't know if you remember the Hamburglar. Maybe you remember like McDonald's had the Hamburglar, and he was this sneaky, creepy guy going around stealing people's cheeseburgers, right? And there's another burglar. There's a burglar that lives inside everybody's business, and it's the interruption burglar. And the interruption burglar is stealing your money by interrupting. Every interruption in a business is a hidden thief stealing from your business. Most business owners give a blank check out to every tenant and owner that they bring on that says, call me whenever you want to, interrupt me whenever you want to, steal all my profits. And a lot of property managers think they have to talk to everybody, and they that's what they're paid to do. So we're going to kind of throw a wrench into that sort of level of thinking, because we've helped a lot of clients get out of the trap of lacking profit, lacking margin, by helping them tear up this blank check and eliminate the interruption burglar, or at least put some guardrails around that guy. According to Gary Keller's book, The One Thing, it cites a study saying that one interruption costs 18 minutes of productivity. Dan Martell's book about time management says, I think it's like 26 minutes of productivity. One interruption is going to cost you somewhere between 15 minutes and 30 minutes of wasted labor. Why? Because when we get interrupted, if we're in the flow or we're working on things and we're being productive, we get interrupted, we then have to rebuild that house of cards that we were in the middle of working on, figure out where was I, what was I working on, kind of reestablish our thinking, get back into the groove of what we were trying to accomplish, especially when we're trying to get into deep work where things get really productive and effective. One interruption, if it happens every 20 minutes or so, which in a property management business is not hard to do, you may find you feel like you're just spinning your wheels, or your team members are working and busy all day long, but they're not actually producing a whole lot of output. So this can be very expensive in a property management business. Not only that, but usually a lot of times the interruptions are internal. You ever heard of sneaker net? Like somebody walks into your office, it's the most inefficient network ever, and they're like, hey, do you got a minute? And maybe you're the person they're all coming to ask questions to because you're the boss, and they're interrupting you all the time. And now you've got two people, one's interrupting the other, and you're wasting a lot of labor. And then we set up scenarios in which one person has the ability to interrupt multiple people in the business. This is where we set up Slack channels and other stupid communication methodologies that people think is more productive, where there's one-to-many communication, which becomes one-to-many interruptions. So one interruption, instead of costing you like maybe 15, 20 minutes of labor or a half hour of labor, it can quadruple. It can be 10 people at a time. It can be really expensive. And we see people get stuck at small door counts on a per person basis. They're like, I can only manage 50 units by myself. Or a property manager with a whole team, I can only manage 100 units. And a lot of people think, well, that's pretty good, but it's not. Sarah managed 265 at her peak, basically by herself. Eventually had one part-time person. And that's because you had eliminated a lot of interruptions because you just didn't want to deal with them. And you set really good boundaries. And this is one of the things we help clients figure out. How do we eliminate the interruptions? How do we create better, healthier, more effective communication systems? Nobody can even see this guy running around stealing until we do some of these exercises with our clients. And then they start to become conscious and they can now see this interruption burglar sneaking around, stealing money, stealing profits, wasting everybody's time. And nobody likes the interruptions anyway. So by reducing them, everybody's happier. Even the people that are interrupting you, like tenants and owners, are happier and less anxious. They actually can trust you more to do the job instead of feeling like they need to micromanage the person that's managing their rental property, which is ridiculous.
One of the things that I had created recently was a time optimization assessment, and you can do it every day and kind of get a grade, and then it will help you figure out what can you optimize and what can you change? And you can do that even right now. So if you would like to get access to that, it's a longer link. I would say the easiest way to get it, if you would like access to it, is just email me. It's sarah@doorgrow.com, SARAH at doorgrow.com. So if you'd like that, I would be very happy to send you the link, and you can use that as long as you would like. But you'll essentially go through, answer a couple of questions, and then it will email you your results and your score. It'll just point to a few things that you can optimize. And sometimes I've tested this out with our clients a few times too. They go, oh, as they're taking this assessment and just answering the questions, they're going, oh, well, I can already tell what kind of day this was. And then the good news is just by taking that assessment, you have a better idea of how to approach things and hopefully a better plan for the following day.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is questions to make you conscious of things you're unconscious of currently. And when we're unconscious of the interruption burglar, he gets away with murder. So we got to stop that guy. Our sponsor today is Blanket, and Blanket is a property retention and growth platform that helps property managers stop losing doors, add more revenue, and increase the number of properties they manage. Wow your clients with a branded investor dashboard and an off-market marketplace, while your team gets all the tools they need to identify owners at risk of churning and powerful systems to help you add more doors. And so it helps you retain the doors, even if your clients sell or leave. You can keep the units. It's really a cool system. I recommend everybody uses it. And we coach and recommend our clients use it. I think it's a great system.
For sure.
All right.
I think also we had just had our clients go through a time optimization challenge.
We did.
Using some of the things that we talk about in the program, some of the components that we coach on, and some of the things that you will see in that time optimization assessment. What we've noticed and what a lot of people had noticed when they went through that assessment and that challenge is, wow, there is a lot of time in the business that just gets eaten up by different things. And it's not hard at all to get lost. It's not hard to kind of get consumed by the day-to-day. It's not hard to get lost in all of the tasks that are required by a property management company. And this really goes for you, and it goes for your team, because just looking at every person's time on the team can be really, really helpful. One person might be wildly efficient. And if that person that's efficient is, let's say, the business owner might assume then, well, everybody on my team is really efficient because I'm really efficient. And that may not be the case. So our goal is to help you figure out, who is efficient and who is using their time wisely, and perhaps who is not. So that way we can figure out what are the things that we can shift, what are the things that we can change. And oftentimes it's not even really hard to change what you're doing or how you're doing it. I think in the world of property management, and especially how things are running today, is everyone assumes that you need to just be responding to everything immediately and be on top of everything and be super communicative with everybody. That's not always the case. That may not get you the best results. It can create a lot of work, but being busy and being productive are two very different things. So it's our goal always to help property managers figure out, what can I do to actually be more productive? And how can I make sure that somebody on the team is always having time to focus on the income generating activities? Because if you are not focusing on growth in the business, it is slowly dying. What's happening is we just get stuck on this hamster wheel where it's kind of like Groundhog Day. You wake up, you do things, you make no progress. You think, oh, I'll do it again tomorrow. You wake up, you do a whole bunch of things, you're busy, but you're not making progress. And then that day just repeats over and over and over. So we're spending all of our time doing all of these things that aren't actually helping the business grow or helping the business make progress. You need to just look at doing it a different way.
Yeah. You need to start running your business the way you would at 1,000 doors when you have a small amount of doors, because it's going to be completely different. Our goal with our clients isn't just to make you more productive. Our goal with clients is to make sure as a business owner that you are more fulfilled, that you're enjoying your day more. It's not just about being able to somehow accomplish and do more work. The goal really is for you to do more of the things you enjoy and less of the things that you don't enjoy. And so usually for most business owners, that very first exit you need to do in the business is to exit doing the frontline work. If you can make it past that, everything gets a lot easier. It's a lot nicer. Then you got to exit managing everybody. And then you got to, the next step is then you're like a CEO or you're a leader and you might want to go to some higher levels of exit. But a lot of people can't escape the frontline work. They can't figure out how to do that. So they just sell the whole business. They jump all the way to the last exit. They're like, let's go. I need freedom. And then they go start another business and they kind of paint themselves into a corner again and they're miserable. So there's a very simple path that we can take clients through to help them get that freedom. And so if you feel like you're frustrated and you're asking this question all the time, like, why won't my team just think for themselves? It's because you've built the wrong business. The business is not built around you. The business is built around the business, which means you are now the servant to the business instead of the reverse. Sometimes it takes some outside perspective to get perspective so that you can see it. And that's one of the things we enjoy helping our clients figure out. If you're not enjoying your day-to-day role and you have an entire team, you built the wrong team. Because you built it around the wrong person. You're showing up wearing hats and doing things in the business that you shouldn't be doing because you're not the best at this. And I guarantee if there's certain hats or roles you're wearing or holding onto right now that you don't enjoy, somebody else out there would be better at it than you. And I know that's humbling to think in the beginning. It's a very humbling thing to hire a team member and see them perform better than you, outperform you. But ultimately, smart business owners know that you want to build a team of people that are better at the stuff you don't enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're never going to be great at it. We've got a lot of tactics. We've got a lot of methodologies. There's a lot of little things we could share about that. But in interest of time, if you're interested, Sarah's already offered very generously her cool assessment. Send an email to Sarah with an H at DoorGrow.com.
It's got to have the H, otherwise I don't get it.
Yeah.
If you spell my name wrong, then you don't need to talk with me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No patience for that.
No.
Cool. All right. Well, if you've ever felt stuck or stagnant, you want to take your property management business to the next level, reach out to us. You can check us out at DoorGrow.com for a free training on how to get unlimited free leads. Text the word leads to 512-648. That is the word leads to 512-648-4608. And we will send you an hour-long training that shows you how to get unlimited leads for free in your property management business. That will blow your mind. Also, join our free Facebook community just for property management business owners at doorgrowclub.com. And if you'd like to get the best ideas in property management, join our newsletter at doorgrow.com/subscribe. And if you found this even a little bit helpful, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on whatever channel you found this on. We'd really appreciate it. And until next time, remember, the slowest path to growth is to do it alone. So let's grow together. Bye, everyone.